Hi everyone, welcome on board to FR0M, where you get the reliable news that is tailored for you, and of course where you can actually comment and interact. The presidency says some traditional rulers in the home state of the president, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired, properly known as Jubril al-Sudani, are sponsoring banditry, hence the spike in violent attacks in Kastina state. Buhari is from Daura. The senior special assistant to the president on media and publicity, Garba Shehu, said this on Channels Television Sunrise Daily program on Monday. He said, "It is not that we are making direct accusations on anyone, but it is also true that even the president's native state of Kastina, some traditional rulers have been found complicit in collaboration with bandits to harm their own people. In neighboring Zamfara, emirs and district heads, quite a number of them, have been swept out of office. The thing is, there are beneficiaries of whatever rotten system you have." Shehu said during the height of violent conflicts in Zamfara state. The Nigerian Air Force stationed aircraft in Katsina airport from where they could launch attacks against bandits in Zamfara. He said once the aircraft take off, unscrupulous elements in Katsina would quickly inform the bandits in Zamfara state that an attack was imminent, giving them ample time to take cover. The president's spokesman added, at some point, the Nigerian Air Force had to put a number of aircraft in Katsina. They are still there. In the early part of that operation, attacking Zamfara, which then was the epicenter, they realized that once aircraft took off from Katsina airport, before it got to Zamfara for operation, telephone calls would have been made and targets would have disappeared. In the end, we are forced to be flying from distant places like Kaduna and Kano in order to undertake operations in Zamfara. Some people see President Buhari and think he has all the solutions. No, all of us are citizens and have a duty to the nation to provide information to our armed forces. Katsina State has in recent times seen a spike in case of banditry, which has in turn led to a series of protests from residents. Last week, billboards bearing the president's photographs were vandalized as they accused him of failing them. As they not failed them. We're talking of a military general, but then there are still issues. You see, there are a lot of saboteurs in every corner, everywhere you look, saboteurs here and there. I have always said that there are three groups of people working to keep this anarchy, keep this violence, keep this terrorism, and all, whatever name they want to call it, banditry alive. One, it's the politician. Two, it's the monarchs and the religious leaders. And third, the military themselves. These are the three groups of people that are accomplices of this crime. And now they have opened up their mouth to mention just one: traditional rulers. Traditional rulers also double as their spiritual leaders too. So they work hand in hand. They are the ones giving information to criminals and bandits on how to escape from the military. Once the military gets in, sometimes military begins to do business with them, as in the case of terrorism in Nigeria. This is a sad one and needs to be dealt with. Very, 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 very important that needs to be dealt with. This administration is riddled with a lot of things, and the last administration too had their own issues too. But there are still some people who do not believe in what Garba Shehu has said, as over time, a lot of things spew out of their mouth. This person said, "Garba Shehu, you are a liar. Why haven't you mentioned the names of the traditional rulers that you are pointing fingers to? The fact is that the federal government of Nigeria, either dead or alive, either on pause button or whatever it is, either an impostor, you have failed the people. Simple. You have failed the people. It is not a big issue. Once Boko Haram is killed and crushed, there will be no need for them to begin to waste money every year. You see what Chad and their president did. Their president was on ground. They crushed Banawe faction, the most vicious of these terrorists that were at the border in Chad and in Nigeria. They killed them. They crushed them, seized their weapons and took them. They outflanked them. That man is a professional in outflanking. He fought Gaddafi in Libya, and he dealt with the Gaddafi and the Libyan soldiers. He dealt with them. That man he knows the art of war. I'm talking about the president of Chad. And he made use of his skills and talents and all of those maneuvering to get them kicked out. He kicked them out of Chad, and he was there 1 month to make sure that they do not return to hurt them. And they ran into Nigeria, and he said something. He said, let us make sure we stay here until the Nigerian army comes. And let us make sure the ones we arrested, the ones we've not killed, let us make sure that we do not release them to the Nigerian army, because if we do, they will release them and they will be back to hurt us. Hearing this, that's already an indicator that the Nigerian army, many of the foot soldiers, they are willing to do what they need to do. Many of them are just there endlessly being killed. But the top lords, Brutai and the rest of them that are making money out of this show are not ready to quench terrorism. The only way they can make money is to make sure that insurgency continues. If there is peace, there will be no money for them to steal. So they need that insurgency to continue. They've made a pact with some of these terrorists to keep them alive. They were not happy that the Chadian soldiers were able to do this. Imagine they created a kind of agency to fight and a kind of force to fight and crush off. Why is it that the Nigerian army did not respond efficiently? Were they not? They weren't there because they felt that maybe the Chadian soldiers will mistake them for terrorists and kill them too? Maybe, I don't know. But imagine if they had agreed, once the Chadian soldiers were there, shooting at and crushing the terrorists, the Nigerian army also does the same. Do you think the end of Boko Haram would not have come? Rather, they told the Chadian soldiers to put a stop to their actions, and that was just it. It's terrible. So with this, banditries and all of these things continue. They are simply terrorists, foot soldiers. Someone say, Malam Garba, you are shameless and callous elements. So the emirs are more important more than the life and the properties of Nigerian citizens. Incompetent leaders are the corridor of power. But I think this kind of information would have been well said if it were said by any of the security chiefs rather than you. Are those so-called traditional rulers more powerful than the president himself? Why are they afraid to mention their names? Why haven't they been proscribed as a terrorist organization? But rather, they would have proscribed IPOB very, very fast. You are a total failure. Now, traditional rulers are the problems. See another talk. Is the traditional rulers above the law in Nigeria? People are dying for Christ's sake, and you are talking about how the traditional rulers are giving out informations. Rather than you having that information from the security chiefs, go in, arrest the criminals, the perpetrators of this crime, the informants, arrest them and have them locked up. But that is not what they are doing. Now they are telling us stories. This administration is a total failure. This administration is only out there to steal, kill, and to destroy. This administration is only out there to continually on the project of Islamization. This administration has nothing to offer anybody. It's sad. So much murder in the north of Nigeria. And they set ablaze BUHARI'S billboard where his picture is, and they are saying, oh, it is because of this, it's because of that. It shows that these people are tired. It shows that they are tired. Once you have information on certain things, just imagine how they quickly ran the Operator Python dance, and they were very, very vicious. They were ready. Come on. Who is fooling who? Look at what they did in Nnamdi Kanu's company, how they quickly did this. They were very fast and vicious about it. Why is it that all of a sudden we are not going to mention names? We are not pointing fingers at anybody, but we heard that the traditional rulers in Buhari state, they are the ones sponsoring banditry, hence the spike in violent attacks in Kastina state. And I don't want to point fingers at anybody. These people are fools. These people are mediocres. These people are hell-bent on destroying Nigeria. And I believe that with this, the country is going to break apart. Finally. What are we talking about? The influx of all these bandits or foot soldiers and criminals is exactly what we are seeing in Nigeria now. They are moving to the south, stealing, raping,
destroying, killing. That's all they are doing. And this man is talking nonsense. Talking nonsense when they are supposed to protect the lives and properties of everyone.
I say a very big thank you to those who have taken time to subscribe to this channel. And if you're yet to subscribe, kindly tap on that subscription button and also the red bell icon so you will be notified whenever videos such as this are uploaded.